think we no longer need 2 builders here. We can take that down. Can we turn off one of the hull repair things? We can, but not for a long time. Maybe when you killed Eden, it stopped that path? Maybe? Maybe. 1,500 colonists. Why is this not going on?
Voss the Adventurer raided my stream with 3 views.
Hello, Voss. Thank you. Welcome. Appreciate the raid. We're playing Ixion right now. Right at the climax of the game. Possibly about to lose or win. I'm not sure which. Four has 639 non-workers. Oh wait, I could just... Oh my god, that makes it so much better. Okay. Non-workers from 4 to 3. Alright, and then 5 is lacking quarters. Never seen this before, it looks like your style. My style. It's pretty cool. It's, you got this big ship. Inside the ship is like a giant ring, and you're building like 6 different cities inside of it. And then this is the whole solar system, and like you're gathering resources from all these different places to build it up and build it up and build it up. We're near the climax right now. There's like an enemy vessel here that's, you know, we're trying to dodge that, and also trying to colonize a new planet, because in this story, Earth died. Alright, what's going on? We've got the chips. This should go automatically. I'm not sure why it hasn't. Connect the road there. Connect the road there. Spoiler alert. I mean, he just raided us. He seemed interested in, like, what's going on? Alright, Sector 5 has not enough housing. So Sector 5... We can take, let's say, 550 colonists from 5 and send them to 6. Sector 3 has not enough housing. 300 lacking quarters. Alright, Sector 3 has 500 colonists. 509. We could send all of them to 4. So 3 to 4... 509 colonists. Alright, that should solve that problem. I noticed your daily stream count is getting up there, almost 3K, which is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, I'm just so used to it. At this point, that's just, you know, my day-to-day life. Like, that's just normal for my household at this point. Muck has a problem. You're the problem, Smashy. So darn charismatic. Keep distracting me. Wait, 0 colonists in training. What? Okay, hold on. We need all the non-workers. Okay, 6 has 129. 129 from 6 to 5. 1 has 42. Two has no non-workers. Alright. I don't know about this, you guys. I don't know about this. We're just quite simply not getting alloys fast enough. Again, if I had to redo this chapter, it would be really easy, because I could just sit at the end of chapter 4 and build up the colonization centers and stuff. But now, I don't know about now. Factories, steel mill. That's gonna take alloy too. Oh, missile. Could take apart buildings. I wish we could go ahead and offload some of the people. Missile. I think I already counted it, dude. Yeah, it's gone. Alright, I don't think we need 2 polymer factories, so I'll take one of those down. Same with electronics. I'll destroy one of those. I don't think I need 2 probe launchers anymore. This is true desperation right now. Okay, all the non-workers are in the colonist training section, so they are getting trained. Dump the ice.
Open your eyes, Administrator, and see how I reduce the prospects of the future. They are only fit for assimilation in my bowels. See how even a planet is nothing compared to the perfect being.
Okay. Red. They launched a missile. Sector 5 is no longer specialized in industry. Man, 877 out of 1,000, 2,400 out of 2,600. $902 out of 1,000. Oh my god. Goodbye, plant people. Y'all keep calling them plant people. Are they even plant people? 911 out of 1,000? 911, lol. They feed by photosynthesis? Alright, so they're a little bit plant people. Dude, if a whole bunch of projects finish, like this could just jump. Like, okay, what's going on here? Oh well, that never got depowered. So that 0.6 days, that finishes that. Oh my god, that's on fire. The water building's on fire again. Come on. Is this section done? Section 5? Yeah. So section 3 is on its, like, second to last training, I think. And then it's just batteries. Oh man, we were so close to being done in time. The Piranesi has launched a... Stop it. $26.16 at $26.55. Charge the batteries, 81%. Wait. Okay, we have enough batteries now. So I think I need to stop making more, or it's going to make it take longer. What's this? Remus has been vitrified. The Piranesi have killed the planet. There's nothing left on its surface. ... Why was that message left to me over a storage rack? Alright. That's probably a Steam achievement I didn't get. Is Mug gonna be able to get any ending now? Yes. So we can still make a life on Romulus and then take our ship loaded with batteries and send it flying into their ship to, you know, knock it out. That's the goal right now. Oh my god. Why is it not going? Okay. I think because it could train up to 200 at a time now, it was waiting for 200 people before starting. So it wasn't starting. So I had to manually tell it to. Alright, so when this is done, I'm just going to crank the game up to high speed. When this is done, every last non-worker will be a colonist. Dude, the non-workers were a pain in my side all the way to the end of the game. You built all those giant space cities, now you're going to destroy them. This really is the SimCity experience. Kind of. Well, we're making a new city on the surface. But yeah. The thing is, this ship was never meant to fight. We don't have much weapons. We had to reverse engineer one of their missiles to make anti-missile missiles. So, to fight them, there we go. Fly the Tycoon into the Piranesi via the system map. Really?
Administrator, if you are listening to this message, it means the Tycoon has reached its destination, despite the unpredictable parameters that framed the equation of its journey. The crew have found a new home, whether the one planned for or another. These survivors have already begun to lay the foundations of a new cradle, where creativity, invention, and joy can bloom again.
It's because we just destroyed the thing that makes the AI art. So now we can be creative.
Why the mission launch was precipitated. When I discovered that the lunaclism was inevitable, I also understood that any attempt to save our species
Oh
after
my
this
god,
would have
wait!
been doomed to
That's a
fail.
huge twist!
You took the helm in the only launch window available to us. Thanks to you, our efforts, our mistakes, our sins and sacrifices will sink into oblivion, into the past.
Did you guys pick up on that? He
While
said the
first
lunaclism was
pages
inevitable.
are written
We didn't
for
blow up the
newly
moon.
born humanity.
We left the second the moon exploded. Oh my god, dude, that changes the entire story. We thought when we blasted off that the warp drive blew up the moon and that led to the death of humanity. And that made everybody super sad, right? However, what he just said is he said the lunaclism was inevitable and you launched in the only window of time we had. So he knew that he was going to die and Earth was going to die, and he played it up just to get the ship out there faster. That the ship was getting out there. He fabricated, sped it up. I don't think he sped it up. I think he was just saying, like, whatever was going to cause the moon to explode was going to happen whether or not you launched at that time or not. That's what I got from that. But that still changes it. Who is he? But Elon Musk. It was the rich guy who made the program to launch the Tycoon in the first place. He was giving a speech when the moon exploded. What happened to the workers on the ship? The escape pods. Were they allowed to leave with the non-workers? I think the non-workers were sent into the Piranesi, and the workers went out to the planet. Also, did you see this? Hold on, where is it? Mutual loyalty. The Borzoi survives the journey. The dog we found in a stasis pod, and we broke company regulation by thawing it out. We got a Steam achievement for the dog surviving to the end of the game. Finish the game by emancipating yourself from Dolo. So that's one of multiple endings. Let's see, what else is there? Have the Tycoon's hull integrity go below 5% and survive. Transfer 300 resources between sectors in a single cycle. Restore the crew's trust after reaching 1%. Research every single upgrade for the drone bay. Build a hull temple. Reach tier 2 food spec in a sector. Reduce all audio sliders to 0 in the settings menu. Scientifically accurate? Because there's no sound in space. That's so stupid. Oh, that's fantastic. Good job, good job. Okay. What is it? Tier 2 recycling. Have a water treatment center in a sector with the body recycling degree in effect. Body recycling? Oh, where we put dead people into the recyclers. Yeah, we never did that. Have every single sector in a work status of at least overwork. Crunch culture. Reach tier 2 pop spec in a sector. Have an observatory in each sector. Oh my god, observatory basically made a wall glass. So the hull went down, but everybody was happy. And I never made any of those. Complete challenge mode. Have fires in 20 buildings at the same time. It's called This Is Fine. Oh my god. Oh, dude, there's so many memes in here. There was This Is Fine. There was Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. Wakey Wakey. Please make it stop. Oh my god. That's so good. Oh. Oh man, that was good. That was a fun game. How many difficult? So that was the default thing, chat. There's also challenge mode. Your hull is falling apart. Accidents are frequent and lethal. Resources scarce. Crew uncompromising. Oh my god. Okay. All right. It's review time, chat. It's review time. All right. Every time. No. Hey. Listen to me. All right. Every time we finish a game on this channel, we do a review, and it's review time. So, this game, I was completely off the radar for me. I only actually tried it because Cezanne did the Patreon thing where he forced me to play it. Other endings. Oh, let me see. Hold on a sec. Ixion endings. Let me see what it says. Ixion endings, or if you don't want spoilers. So I'm pretty sure the ending cinematic is the same, because did you hear in the cinematic it says, "We found our home, whether the one intended or another"? That was a cop-out, so they could use the same cinematic for multiple endings. Really serious. Earn achievements less. How do you get the Romulus ending? To obtain the Romulus ending, ignore the Ash Tangentites and Remus. Find the planet Romulus with a scouting probe and continue on. To be honest, both endings were visually speaking quite unsatisfying, especially when compared to the opening scenes of the game. It feels as though they had no more budget left and slapped together a Flash player collage of concept drawings. Yeah, the opening cinematic did look a lot nicer. Let's see. Hang on. All endings in Ixion. What does this say? Bright. Alternate endings. All right, Remus. Remus is already inhabited by an abnormally tall green humanoid species called the Ash Tangentites. The Ash Tangentites actually contacted the company that built the Tycoon previously and offered to help facilitate human assimilation to the planet. The atmosphere is too thin for humans to adapt to, but a bioengineering device can be built. So if they hadn't called us, they would be alive right now. Them calling to help us got them killed. There are 3 space temples in the system with old blueprint fragments that help build the bioengineering device. You must travel to all 3 temples to retrieve the fragments to begin building the bioengineering construct and start terraforming humans into a new species for survival. Be wary of the temples. You'll be given the option to explore them instead of just taking the blueprints and leaving. This results in the death of exploration crews multiple times. This could lead to wasting too much time and effort in allowing the Parnassi to catch up and destroy Remus. Once you acquire all 3 blueprints, you'll be presented with the Forbidden Upgrade. This is the bioengineering machine used to alter the human DNA of everyone on your ship. Click to begin the process to begin the end game for this ending option. The bioassimilation process takes 10 cycles to complete. Once the process is complete, you can travel to Remus if you left orbit and send your people down to the surface. The new DNA-altered race of humans will now begin to live and thrive with the Ash Tangentites as a new chapter of humanity begins. You've won the game with this ending. Settling Romulus. Let's see. One of the first steps to colonize. Several steps needed, many resources required to build different livable infrastructures on Romulus you must complete in an orderly and timely fashion. Once you have built enough of these before the Piranesi destroys either planet, you will have completed your mission. Romulus will become completely habitable through these efforts. The entirety of the Tycoon ship pop will be able to land on the planet and begin a new chapter for humanity. Third ending, failure. While there are only 2 planetary options to beat the game, there's a number of ways to lose the game. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, that's pretty basically it. All right, let's talk about it. All right, so Ixion. Season made me play this. I played it. I loved it. I do like colony sim games. There's many I've played, from Stranded Alien Dawn to Timberborn to Oxygen Not Included to this, Against the Storm, and quite a few others. This was pretty cool. I would say this has one of my favorite stories so far. Like, I did not expect a riveting story when I play a colony sim. Kind of like when I play a roguelike, I don't expect a riveting story, but occasionally I'm surprised, right? So this one, really good story. Graphics, fantastic. Especially when we went to the second view where it shows the outside of the Tycoon, and you would see whatever planet is in the background. That looked phenomenal, like, every single time. The graphics were lessened for the inside the view and the stellar view where you saw the whole solar system, but they were still pretty good. Sound design was fantastic, shockingly good music. I loved hearing the villain talk. He had an awesome voice. That was really, really good. So story good, sound good, video was good. Gameplay was, I'd say, like 7 or 8 out of 10. It was good, but it wasn't great. I would not play this again. And the reason for that, like, this isn't so addicting that I want to go in and try it on higher difficulties. And that is because there's so many times where there's a timer. I hate timers. They stress me out and they're not fun. So there are a lot of times where there's timers, and I don't like that. And on top of that, this whole thing with non-workers, I really did not like the idea that 75% of the crew were sitting there with, like, just in a recliner drinking margaritas while 25% of the crew were, like, dying and trying to get things done. And the only thing we could do with non-workers that I found is turn them into colonists, which is not really a thing you need until the end of the game. So for most of the game, you had a massive amount of dead weight just consuming power and food and water. And really don't like that design. Really did not like that design. There should have, like, okay, let's say you thaw someone out of the ice and they're a non-worker. Okay, you should have a building that can train a non-worker into a worker. Like, it's silly that that's not a thing. So I really disliked that system. Additionally, this is a minor thing, but there were some systems of the game that needed more polish. When the solar storm in chapter 3 or 4 or whatever it was moved over a bunch of nodes, I couldn't just drag a box on them and click avoid. I had to click node avoid, node avoid, node avoid, node avoid, so that my ships wouldn't fly into the solar storm to gather those resources until the storm had passed. I had to go click avoid like 45 times. That was incredibly tedious. There was many small things like that where you would think like just a tiny bit of QOL would have made the interface, the UI, so much better. Like having some kind of building that you can make or a research you can do to auto balance the people between sectors. Like automatically, if there's too many people in this sector, move them over here. Like that should have been something you could unlock eventually, but it wasn't. So I was having to do the really tedious thing of like 30 people here, 40 people here, 200 people there, 200 people there. Yeah, I was having to do that all the way to the end game. And it's like, usually in games like this, you'll have something that's like, kind of tedious, but then you eventually unlock a building or a research that then makes it less so. But that was never a thing there. Non-workers can be used for the waste resource loop. The waste resource loop? You're saying somehow kill them and turn them into like recycled stuff? The ending cinematic is different, but it just changes the concept art. It still shows your people settling the planet. Gotcha. Muck to crew beatings will continue until morale improves. Yeah. You're called the administrator. Administrate. I did administrate. I'm just saying, like, again, this is just my own feedback. When I played Timberborn, okay? When I played Timberborn, that's a colony sim that's in early access. I played it and then turned up the difficulty and played it again, and then turned up the difficulty and played it again, and dude, it was crack. Same with Stranded. Stranded Alien Dawn, I played it, and then again, and then again, and then max difficulty, and then every single version of the game, like every mission on max difficulty, I couldn't get enough of this. And what I'm pointing out is this was a good freaking game. It is not, in my opinion, 10 out of 10, and I'm giving you the reasons why. But yeah, that's it. Ixion was definitely a solid game. I'm glad we played it. I am glad it was pointed out to me. But that is the end of our playthrough, and hope you guys enjoyed it.